Patriots being overlooked this year, do you think? That was a question we asked on NFL Game Day morning with no hint of irony on Sunday.
Yeah, it's funny that we could say that every year because I feel like every year we talk in the offseason about, man, how are they going to do it? I mean, they didn't get this guy. They don't have that guy. This guy's hurt. This guy's missing. And then every year they're hosting the AFC Championship game. So I don't – they're not a hype team. Like there's no hype in the building. There's no hype around them. They just dismantled the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, they made Kirk Cousins – look pedestrian on third down. It was remarkable, the game plan and what they did.
What was the game plan? Because we're going to probably see Seattle do it again. And we just had a fan of the Vikings from Washington State call in, and it sounds like he's on one of the many bridges out there and ready to off himself based on Cousins being there on a big contract over the next couple of years after this.
They brought him in to win the big game.
Like that one.
Yeah.
And like this coming Monday night.
Now, in Kirk Cousins' defense, I call Gillette Stadium the Bermuda Triangle. That's where offenses go and get lost. Like nobody knows what happens to them, but things happen there that don't happen to teams anywhere else in the NFL. But I mean, butchered snaps. I mean, Ryan Tannehill, shotgun snaps going over his head. It's unbelievable how they do that. But Kirk Cousins, you mentioned playbook. I was working on a little project yesterday.
Okay.
Third down. I think they were 3 for 13 on third down. The Patriots basically said, we're going to take Adam Thielen away from you on third down. We're going to double him. They bracketed him. They jammed him at the line. Basically took Adam Thielen out of the game on third down, and they had no answer. Somebody else has got to win, and nobody could. And they put their best corner, Gilmore, on Diggs, doubled Thielen, and said, now what you got? And Kirk had nowhere to go with the ball. He ended up eating it. I think he had 3 sacks. They ended up getting home with some good pressure. They do a great job of that. And it's always so fun to watch them every week because nobody morphs better week to week than the Patriots.
Well, it's
offensively or defensively.
Right. It's year to year. It's week to week. It's game to game. It's snap to snap.
Yeah. Even last week against the Jets, I mean, they just went down there and they said, we're going to bring our extra offensive linemen. We're going to just run the ball, 200 yards rushing.
It was funny. Zimmer, during the week leading up to last week's game against the Vikings, said, admittedly, he goes, to be honest, they're using Cordero Patterson way better than we ever did. It's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down to James White running the football because Michelle's hurt and Rex Burkhead was on the midseason IR. What are we going to do? Oh, yeah, there's Cordero Patterson. So who in the building's like, why don't we use Patterson? He's about 240. He's never run the ball, but let's give him a shot.
Yeah.
It's crazy how hey, we're out of defensive backs. Let's see what Troy Brown could do back there.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing it for 2 decades. Why do no other teams do stuff like that? It's not like just a couple other teams do it. Like no other teams do it like them.
And it's remarkable that the players, they don't just play, but they play well. They go into the game and it's, man, hey, who knows what to expect with this guy? I mean, he's never done this before. And then he goes out and has a good game.
Right.
I mean, Cordero Patterson was averaging like 6 yards a carry during one of those games. Never done it before.
It's enough to make a good, solid citizen hold during a crucial Super Bowl play against him, right? Is it awkward or not?
Nothing.
I'm over it.
He's got nothing.
You are not over it, sir.
He's on to Cincinnati.
No, actually, they're on to Miami, and that's their. You want to talk about Bermuda Triangles?
Yeah.
That is that for the Patriots.
They've got
with the exception of that 500-yard Brady to Welker night to open the season many years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
It was it
was a Monday nighter, right, to open up the season. Other than that, that's
weird things happen in Miami.
Yeah, that's where Brady started saying, you know what, I want to bring my own footballs to the game. I'm serious. That's him in Miami and Peyton Manning. This was back in like 2007, where they went to the league and say, you need to change the rules where footballs are being provided to both teams in a home stadium. And the league basically said, bring your own damn footballs, which is always setting up as the future, but. All right. Let's take a break.
That's another conversation.
How many conspiracy theories can I throw out there?
A few.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.